Okay, we're going to wrap up here, trying to decide who we're going to vote for in the election coming up just a few days from now. Glenn, you're supporting John McCain. Cliff is supporting Barack Obama. Why should we vote for John McCain? Let's wrap all of this up together for us.
Well, I think it's very simple. John McCain is about opportunity for America. He's about this fundamental difference. He believes we should keep our money. We should be able to have the freedom to create businesses and have jobs and earn our income and not pay it all to the government. I think Senator Obama believes that the government should make decisions about how we invest in, or how the society should invest, whereas John McCain believes in freedom of individual initiative. He also believes in a strong foreign policy. When I look at the world we live in, when I look at Iran, I look at Ahmadinejad running Iran, I look at the challenges around the world, I see a man in John McCain who I can trust to make great decisions to help us. Whereas I just don't trust Barack Obama in control of the bomb. I don't trust him with his lack of experience to be the guy making the foreign policy calls for our country.
Cliff.
When we had an economic crisis and our country was in a moment of panic, there was a meeting in the White House right before the first debate, and John McCain got up and said, I'm suspending this debate. And then he went back to the White House, participated in a meeting which blew up and erupted. Then he came back to participate in the debate. That is erratic behavior. So the notion that somehow he's more calm, I think just defies what everybody's seeing. The fact of the matter is, Senator Obama really has an America that will provide opportunity. And the notion that opportunity is lost only if you don't tax the rich enough or tax the rich, that's wrong. There's not a person who's making more than $250,000 that's going to see a tax increase. And more importantly, people are going to have opportunity. The children who are in kindergarten, who are going to have a chance to have early Head Start programs, or the people who are going to have a chance to participate in the American dream. And the more people who participate, the more we're going to end up with people like Barack Obama or Michelle, people from the middle class who are going to succeed, and people all through this country are going to succeed in business. That's
funny, Cliff, you mentioned the middle class, because one thing I've been impressed by in recent weeks is the absolute disdain that the liberal Democrats have for Sarah Palin. Sarah Palin is a woman who rose from the middle class, who is a member of the middle class, and yet the liberals seem to have this disdain for her, which really disturbs me.
Because she's middle class? Is that why they disdain her?
I think so, because she talks with an accent from the West. She's different. She's a woman. I don't know why there's this disdain, but there's no doubt there's this incredible disdain for her.
Why would there be this disdain?
Because when Katie Couric, for instance, asked her what newspapers she read, she couldn't identify anything, because she's incapable of speaking to the press and answering questions. She speaks in very gross generalities, because I think that while she might be a very nice woman, she's a charismatic political figure, she simply is not qualified to be a politician or qualified to be the President of the United States or the Vice President.
Well, I think she's done a very strong job as governor of Alaska, but Senator McCain and the Republicans are all about a culture of, an American culture of self-reliance, a culture that's really built us over the last 230 years. Whereas Senator Barack Obama and the Democrats are about a culture of dependence. And even this tax cut, this 95% tax cut, 40% of people don't pay income tax now. So really, it's going to be a tax. It's going to be a government payment back to them.
Let me just jump in.
It's a culture of dependence.
Well, and I would disagree with the Bush culture led to this enormous trillion-dollar bailout. So I think that's an unfair characterization.
And that's bad government regulation from the left has led to that.
I would totally disagree, but I'll save that for the next show.
Fine.
But I just think that the notion that people are going to be energized in this country and participate in this country, and there's going to be opportunity for people, and we're going to have a president with intellectual curiosity and leadership who's going to really ignite this country, is really a tremendous opportunity.
Senator Obama proved in 5.5 years in a prisoner of war camp, in a box, being tortured, he proved he had a level of mental toughness and mental engagement that I think few of us, if any of us, could ever survive. This is a man of intellect, of curiosity, of leadership, of courage, and I would trust him to be my president.
Okay. If you make more than $250,000, wouldn't it be a good idea to vote for a Republican?
No,
go ahead.
No, not at all. I mean, the value of the dollar, if you think about your trip to Europe, the value of the dollar has shrunk. But more importantly, one of the things that I think Senator Obama brings is a sense of community. I mean, we're Americans. We're in this together. And I think we all do better if we all do better if kids are getting educated. We all do better if people have health care. And I think the notion that we actually have this common purpose is reflected in the millions and millions of people who are working so hard on behalf of Senator Obama.
You have like 10 seconds. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, Joe the plumber doesn't make $250,000, and he thinks the tax increases are bad because he doesn't have any incentive to go and go and build the business.
Joe the plumber was wrong. He was wrong because it was not $250,000. So it turned out that Joe the plumber was wrong on so many accounts, and
no,
it was obvious
right on a lot of things.
Listen, I want to thank both of you for being here tonight. I really do. It was a lot of fun, and I think we might have learned something too. I'm hoping that people who are watching us, who are undecided right now, will have a better sense of what they're going to do when they get into the ballot.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks a lot, Glenn and Cliff. Appreciate it very much.
Thank you very much.
Cliff,
thank you.
And you have a great weekend, everybody. Good night.
Thank you.